Oil spilled from ships is bad news and getting more expensive every day. Insurance companies, juries, and governments just keep getting tougher. Plus, if you intend to operate in U.S. waters, the Coast Guard under OPA 90 will require that tankers and certain barges carry onboard equipment to contain and remove on-deck oil spills. So now, even the inability to clean onboard oil spills properly could result in penalties, and it won't be long before these restraints are imposed worldwide. Back in 1989, during the Exxon Valdez cleanup, the prototype to the ORCA was first tested, and we came to the conclusion that it could be developed into having some unique features that some other conventional pumps and skimmers did not have. The existing skimmers have the equipment consisting of the pump sitting in the oil itself, while the only thing on deck is the hose. We have simplified the concept and placed all the machinery on deck, with only the hose being in the oil spill. The ideal machine would be one that is simple to use, easy to operate, lightweight to transport, relatively foolproof in clogging or jamming, and one that can be field serviced in a matter of minutes while the overall equipment is sitting on deck. The ORCA is that ideal machine. The ORCA is composed of three parts: the air pump, the universal hatch cover, and the pickup hose. Turning on the power creates a high-velocity airflow pulling air through the tank. This induces an airflow into the pickup hose mouth, creating a tornado effect which helps lift the targeted material up to 100 feet into the ship's hold. The universal hatch cover is an essential part of the ORCA system. It is placed on the opening on the barge. Hoses are hooked up to the flotation device and the ORCA itself. The actual operation can be underway in less than 10 to 15 minutes. Just 2 deckhands can deploy the ORCA and start eliminating the spill before a conventional system operator can even get a boom in the water. What has been developed is a full-flow system going directly into the tank from the skimmer, with no mechanical parts, impellers or augers that can interfere, thus eliminating the jamming or clogging that usually takes place with existing technology. By using the universal hatch cover, one can transfer the oil or any other material directly into the hold of a vessel without having to go through the ORCA itself. Notice how the ORCA cleans the surface. It is as if the ORCA is peeling the oil from the water. Oil being lighter, its weight and cohesion factor make it possible to separate the oil. Every oil spill is contaminated, so for this test we're working from our own recipe: garbage, plastic, several pounds of fresh kelp, more kelp, and a generous coating of crankcase oil. Existing and conventional technology would clog and would not work with driftwood, dead birds, or cans. But with the ORCA, remember, there is nothing between the oil and the tank. No screens, no impellers. That was 20 feet of 4 mil plastic. A fish net poses no problem for the ORCA, and the lift is created with less than 2 inches of mercury, well within ABS specs. With the ORCA system on board, you can address the oil spill without having to wait for the equipment to reach the oil spill site from shore. This enables the owner to address the oil spill before it spreads out of proportion and creates a greater environmental problem, adding to the existing disaster. One deckhand can deploy the universal hatch cover while the other attaches the hoses, gets the pickup hose over the side, and starts eliminating the spill before you can even get a boom in the water. Since the ORCA only weighs 1.5 metric tons and can be flown in by helicopter, you can have it working where you need it, fast. This is how easy the ORCA is to operate. This self-contained unit is lifted on board with a crane or helicopter. The casters are inserted beneath the unit and the unit is secured for safety. The operator then opens the door, starts the diesel engine, connects the hydraulics, raises the hydraulic legs to remove the power pack from the ORCA. There is plenty of room to clear oil barrels or other obstacles on deck. These hydraulic legs allow the operator to walk the ORCA over the objects on deck without the need of additional gear. Removes the tank from the power pack, installs the tank bottom plate. Notice an optional feature of the 22-inch gate valve. The ORCA can be used not only on oil spill cleanup, river garbage, drains, beach cleaning, sandy oil, but also used to take out slops and sludge from tankers. There are several approaches to the problems of sludge. The existing method of taking out sludge is via the bucket method. To take out sludge, a huge labor force is used to wash down the sides of the tank to deep within the ship's hold. This collected waste material is gathered at the bottom of the tank and shoveled into buckets. Then taken up by an air winch 100 feet up to the ship's deck. The same bucket is then sent down again for the next load, and the process is repeated over and over again. Each time the bucket is loaded and hoisted up, the process takes well over 10 minutes, whereas the ORCA can do the same job much faster. The ORCA utilizes airstream induction to pull slops and sludge to the container on deck. For the most difficult sticky sludge that will not move through the hose itself, the equipment can be adapted as follows. In most cases, the sludge has to be bagged for transportation to the final site. The bottleneck in the hold operation is a movement of the bucket 100 vertical feet. Since the sludge has to be bagged in the end, we reverse the concept and bag the sludge in the hold of the tanker and move the bag through the hose itself. This takes anywhere from 7 to 10 seconds, thereby releasing the vessel sooner for employment or demolition as the case may be. The ORCA comes with many options, such as the bottom wastegate valve or a high-pressure washer for use after the operation is completed. The ORCA is a remarkably clean system. It comes with everything you need: pad eyes, forklift slots, universal hatch cover, floating device, and a built-in self-powered crane to help the operator to control the height of the nozzle even with the hose fully extended 100 feet. The ORCA can be outfitted for your specific needs with plenty of options and accessories. The ORCA is powerful, portable, easy to operate, totally adaptable, self-powered, safe for any standard hull, a totally clean system, and virtually impossible to clog, which means faster cleanup, cleaner water, reduced downtime, and reduced costs. Ocean to ocean, continent to continent, the ORCA will totally revolutionize your cleanup operations, be they for oil recovery, port or river cleanup, or for beaches around the world.